Hello everyone. I hope everyone's having an amazing Friday. So just so you know, every Friday I'll be posting a video about something related to me or content that I'm interested in posting related to the Jeweled community. And so my name is Daniella and I am one of the co-founders for Jeweled, the dating app, transitioning into a more meaningful relationship. So I hope everyone's doing well on this Friday night. I wanted to make my first post to everyone in the community to be a post about who I am, just so you have an idea of where I come from and sort of my personal story and what brought me here today. I'm a 32-year-old Swedish American woman of transgender experience, Virgo, Libra rising, dragon, ENFP, and a sapphire birthstone. Not that you care about all of that. But yeah, so I am 32 and I'm actually in medical school. So I'm a medical student full-time. I'm an MD PhD student specifically. So I do not only medical school, but I also am getting a PhD in biomedical sciences. And so my research is in tissue engineering and stem cell research and looking at human development. And as you can see, I'm actually looking at stem cells now under the microscope. And these ones are fluorescent. They have a tagged green fluorescent protein to them, which is cool because when you look at them, you can see green. So that's what I do full-time, and then part-time, I'm working with my co-founder Avi on this dating app. And so we're really excited to launch this for all of you. It's still in development, just so everyone knows. And so we're not ready to launch as of yet, but we wanted to start building this community here on our Instagram, just so that we can sort of let you all get clued in on our development process, what it's like for us, what courses we're taking, our progress, and then be able to have you all also have a say in the app development in terms of key features we may include. So I think that's really important, because I think the most important thing is obviously to empower one another, to have a sense of belonging, and to feel safe. And those are our key values for each other and also for the app. So as many of you probably are well aware, transgender dating is very difficult. It's slowly getting better, but we're nowhere near where we need to be. And so hopefully with the development of this app, we can start to make some tectonic shifts in the culture, and I think that's important. So besides my research interests in stem cell research and tissue engineering and development, clinically I'm actually interested in surgery. So after medical school, I will be applying to a plastic surgery residency and be doing that with a focus, hopefully, on transgender specific surgeries for gender affirming care. So that'll be very exciting. That's sort of another life passion of mine, as well as this app development. I've always wanted to make a company. I always wanted to start a business, and I always wanted it related to something trans. And dating just seemed to make the most sense. It's in such a high demand right now. During the pandemic, a lot of dating apps have seen a huge spike in users. It's like 1.5 million users or something like that. And so clearly there's a huge need for it right now. And I really believe this is an untapped market that we haven't really looked into yet. And I think it's so important to really cater to all of your needs. And so I'm so sick of dating apps that don't think about trans people. Even the trans dating apps that are out there right now often aren't thinking about trans people. So the whole goal of this community Instagram handle is to build a sense of how the app is going to be and allow you all to give your input and feedback as we are developing this app together as a team. I really see all of you as part of the development process. It's not just me and Avi and a few programmers. You know, this is a huge team of you all and of us. And so I think that's what I really want to hone in on. I think is very important. I'm also very passionate about transgender healthcare disparities, and I'm often giving talks in the San Diego area, UCSD, USD, Miramar, Mesa College, all these different colleges, to discuss transgender healthcare disparities to students, to physicians, to nurses, pharmacists. And because it's something I'm really passionate about, is not only discussing these healthcare disparities that exist within the transgender community, but finding ways to close those gaps and bridge those issues, to solve them, right? We have such a pandemic of trans erasure and trans oppression and trans violence, and I am super passionate about that, and I do consider myself an activist and speaker for my community, and I might also post some content related to that as well. Besides that, I'm really interested in fashion, actually. I love modeling clothes and things like that, and I'm a little bit of an Instagram micro-influencer as well. I grew up with a single mother in San Diego, in East County, and I do have my dad as well. It's just I sort of grew up with my mom. We were pretty poor. Actually, when I was younger, I was homeless briefly in high school. I came home and all my stuff was just like strewn out on the streets, and my key wouldn't open the apartment, and the locks were changed because my mom stopped paying the rent. So that was sort of my upbringing with her. And in terms of my trans identity, I always had a feeling I was a little different, or just didn't feel quite right. I didn't know what it was called when I was younger. There was no word that I knew of transgender. I just knew that I was very comfortable in women's clothing. I was very comfortable having long hair, wearing makeup, and I didn't know what that was. And for the longest time, I thought I was gay, like a gay man. And then as I got older, in my 20s, I started to realize that I'm a transgender woman. So my entire life, dating was very difficult for me. I used to use Craigslist and meet up people that way. Really sketchy men. They would always just sort of objectify me and treat me as sort of like this secret fantasy that was like a secret in their bedroom, and I was never treated like a human. I wasn't taken out on dates in public. I didn't get to go to coffee shops and cute dinners, and you know, I'd meet people in the back of their truck, and like it sounds sad and gross, and like that was what I thought I deserved, and I thought that was all there was for me. Unfortunately. And when I transitioned, I sort of decided that love wasn't going to be a part of my life. I sort of made the assumption that if I transition, love isn't for me, because I just thought it wasn't going to happen. I knew about so many trans girls that couldn't find happy, successful relationships, so I just assumed that was something that would also happen to me. Come now, here, 2021, I'm 32, and I have been with a guy for about a year and a half, give or take. Details, but you got a friend in me. That's cute. I'm actually really happy with him. And so it is very exciting. We did not meet off of Jewel, the dating app, because it didn't exist yet. We met through another dating app, which does not have the best track record. But, you know, every once in a while you find a rare gem. And that's kind of how Jeweled came about, actually, is me and my friend Avi, the co-founder. We were in a nail salon one day, and we were complaining and lamenting about men, how difficult it is to meet men, how hard it is, how we get ridiculed and harassed, objectified. I used to get death threats on Tinder, like paragraph-long death threats about how people would kill me. I used to get banned from dating apps because I thought my profile was fake because I was transgender. And so Avi and I were lamenting about that. And I was just telling her how, you know, it is so difficult, but every once in a while you find a rare gem. And she was telling me like, oh, that's so cute, like a rare gem, like what if we made a dating app around that? And I was like, what do you mean? And we just started talking about it, and one thing led to the next, and we decided to make a dating app where people were gems based on their personality type. And that's how sort of Jeweled, the dating app, came about. Everyone has a great Friday night, whatever you plan to do, and please take care of yourselves. Mwah. I love you all.